distance apart, parallel, toes pointing forward, and then pick your toes up, spread them out, and push them back into the mat. And now imagine pushing the heels down into the mat, pushing the palm of the foot down, just sort of pushing everything down. Our back is straight, our shoulders, give them a little spin, shoulders are relaxed. Become still. Inhale, long, slow, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. One more breath like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now start to shake your knees, but keep your feet still on the ground. We're just shaking a little bit here. Shake your hands, shake your wrists, shake your arms, shake your upper body, and let your head wiggle a little bit. This is just unstructured movement, like we're sending all this shaking energy down through our feet, which are not moving. Feet are staying connected to the ground. And just do a little bit of this movement. Maybe swing your arms around. This is just getting rid of the tension of the day, getting ready to do some more purposeful movement. But first, just relax. Deep breaths. Close your eyes if you haven't, and just let yourself move naturally. Now, slow the movement down, come to stillness, and take a breath here, and imagine as you exhale, send your energy down into the earth. Send it down through the floor. And then take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back, and reach them away from your body. Nice back bend here. Look slightly up toward where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then, if it's comfortable, start to bend your head upwards. So you're looking at the ceiling and you're pushing your hips forward. Breathe here. And then release the hands. Inhale the arms up overhead. Come up onto your tippy toes. Reach for the ceiling. And next exhale, you're going to let it all come down. Arms down to the ground. And then inhale. Arms up. Come up to tippy toes. Exhale at the mouth and let it all come down. All right, now come to the front of your mat. We're going to do a few sun salutations here. So, feet are hip distance apart, which you can measure with your two fists. As we're coming and going out of this position, just keep an eye on your feet, and that's the distance you want to continually place your feet back into. They're not directly next to each other. There's a little bit of space between them, but they are parallel. So inhale, hands come up overhead, reach up, and slowly exhale, fold forward to let your hands hang. Stay here for a few breaths. Relax your neck, let the head hang heavy. And then alternate bending each knee and straightening the other knee. Getting a nice stretch in the leg that is straight. Deep breaths here. Now place your left hand on the mat, so bend your knees in order to do that. And then sweep your right hand upward as you straighten the right leg. Now, next exhale, bring the right hand down. And inhale, lifting the left arm, straighten the left leg. Exhale that arm down. Inhale the right arm up. We'll do alternating legs for a few breaths. Exhale the arm down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale down and hang here. Now inhale, come up just halfway, making an L shape with your body. Hands can be on your shins or your thighs. Stretch your head, stretch your spine so your head is being pulled toward the wall in front of you. And then exhale, fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Deep breath here and exhale, fold. Now, on your next inhale, we're going to pick up the right foot and step it back. Drop the knee to the floor. Exhale here. And then inhale the arms, sweep up. And we imagine our pelvis pushing down through to the ground. Our left knee is above our left ankle. And our arms stretch up so we get a little bit of a back bend here. Take another breath here. And on the exhale, let the hands come down on either side of the left foot and step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Upside down V. Upside down V3. I don't know if you're upside down V3. I can't see you. So, take a few breaths here. Bend the knees really deeply and then stretch them out. Straighten the legs, bend the legs. Just take a few breaths trying to find comfort in this position. And then we inhale forward into plank. Take a few breaths here. And then on your next exhale, lower the knees and then slowly let the chest melt down to relax on the ground. Uncurl your toes, zip up your legs, and inhale, lift the chest. But don't push into the hands. In this chest lift, baby cobra, we can even pick our hands up off of the ground. Just a little back bend for the lower back here. And then exhale, push the hands into the mat, curl the toes, shift your hips back over the feet, and then lift them into downward facing dog. It's a very slow, fluid movement. Take a breath here. And then lift the right leg. Step it forward between the hands. And this time, our left knee drops to the ground. We inhale the arms up. And we let the pelvis feel the gravity of the floor melting into the ground. Take a few breaths here and a nice back bend. And then exhale the hands on either side of the foot. Lift the back knee and step forward, keeping your feet in that nice hip distance apart. Hang here. And then inhale. Lift the arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, bring them in front of your chest. deep breath here. We're gonna go a little faster now, doing 1 breath per movement. So make sure you breathe slowly. Breathe slowly, calmly, and move slowly. And if you lose the breath, it doesn't matter. Just pick up on the next one. So, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, look forward. Exhale, step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee. Inhale up into a low lunge. Exhale, hands on either side of the right foot. Inhale, step the foot back. Exhale here in downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest to the floor. And inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, hips over the heels and up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Drop the right knee to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step forward into forward fold. Exhale here. And inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a full, long, deep breath in and out here. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest to the floor. Inhale, we can do a slightly bigger cobra here. You can keep your hands on the floor. Exhale, hips back over heels and up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward. In forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, hand in front of your heart. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back into plank. Hold plank here for a few breaths. And then lift the hips in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, plant it between your hands. And we're going to set up for a high lunge. If you can keep your knee off the mat, that's what we're doing. The heel of the left foot is still lifted. So we're on just the toes of the back foot, and for our front leg, our knee is above our heel. So you can move the feet, adjust the feet so you can be comfortable here. Woo, and not fall. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Take a few breaths here. Pushing the heel of the back foot away from the body. Seeing if that makes your back leg feel longer and more engaged. Look up at the point where the wall meets the ceiling. And then on an inhale, sweep the right arm down and behind you, coming into a bit of a twist. Looking towards the right side. Check out your front knee. See if you can lower the thigh a little bit. Inhale, sweep the hand back up. Exhale here. And inhale, open up to the right side one more time. Exhale here. Breathe. And then inhale the hand forward and up. Next, exhale, lower your hands to frame your front foot. Lower the back knee to the mat. Rest that leg. Now, let's plant the left hand next to the right foot and then open the right arm up. And if it's comfortable, lift off the back knee. Getting a nice twisted stretch here. Vaguely painful, but in a good way. Reach the top hand towards the ceiling, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. All right, exhale the hand down, step the foot back into downward dog. And then drop the knees to either side of the mat and sit back on your heels in child's pose. Hands can be extended out in front of you and your forehead can rest on the mat. You might want to shift your hips from side to side, kind of shimmy a little bit, trying to sink the hips a little bit lower towards the mat. Nice deep breaths here. Because we still have the other side. So, stretch the hips up into downward dog. Push the heels away. Push the heels towards the floor. And then inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it between your hands. Staying up for what we call crescent lunge or high lunge. We keep the heel of the back foot lifted. That entire back leg is strong and engaged. Front knee is above the front ankle. Arms come up, stretch up. Deep breaths here. Think about if there's any more lowering you can do towards the floor. Your hips are both facing the front of the room. It's like your legs are on railroad tracks. And then we inhale, sweep the left arm down and back, twisting towards the left side. Take a breath here. And then inhale that arm forward and up. Woo, if I don't fall. breath here. And inhale the arm down and back. Twist. Breathe. And then inhale the arm forward, up. Exhale the arms to the mat. Drop the back knee. Take a little breather. Then plant your right hand down next to the left foot. Sweep your left arm up, twist towards your left knee, and then lift the back knee if that's available. Push back through the back heel, straightening and strengthening the back leg, and check whether your front knee is still over your ankle. That's where we want it. Relax the shoulders away from the ears if your neck and shoulders are tightening up. Think about lengthening. And then exhale, the left hand down, feet, foot, back, downward facing dog. Push your stomach toward your thighs. Push into the hands, push into all the fingers of the hands. Bend the knees a little bit so you can really try to touch your abdomen and your thighs. And then straighten the legs out and let the heels drop back. One more time, really bend those knees, touch the abdomen to the thighs, and then straighten the legs and let the heels drop back towards the mat. Drop your knees to either side, sit back on your heels for child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Breathe deeply here. Long, slow inhale, and a long, slow exhale out your mouth. And we're just going to come forward into tabletop. That's hands underneath our elbows and knees underneath our hips. After I adjust. And here we'll do some nice spine stretching, cat and cow. So for cow, we inhale, look forward, the belly button drops towards the floor. And then as we exhale, we round the spine towards the ceiling, we drop the head, look between the legs. Inhale, cow. Exhale slowly, very, very slowly and fluidly exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And now move with your own breath and start to do a little bit of moving the hips from side to side. Sort of drop the hips a little bit to one side and then the other, and then come sort of back. And we're just expanding in massive wide hip circles in a way that's comfortable for you. Also, feeling the spine move up and down as well as side to side. And then come to a neutral spine, just plain, boring tabletop. And we'll reach the right hand forward, and the left foot goes back. Toes pointing toward the floor, heel pushing back into the wall behind you, fingers reaching for the wall in front of you, pushing, lengthening away, and then bend the knee, reach the arm back, see if you can make contact and grab a hold of the foot with your hand. If not, just keep extending and stretching. But if you can grab the foot, push the foot into the hand, and see if you can lift the foot and lift the leg as high as is comfortable for you. Maybe going up and down a few times. Woo. And then one last stretch out front and back before drop the hands to the mat. Hand and foot, not both hands. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift the head for cat, cow. And then exhale, drop the head for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. And we'll extend the other side. Left hand forward, right foot back. Heel pushing away. As though someone's pulling you in both directions with equal force. And then bend the knee, reach the hand back, see if you can grab a hold of the foot. Playing with whether this side feels more stable or more complicated. I feel very unbalanced. Okay. And then stretch out one more time to the front and back. Drop those limbs to the floor. And set the hips on the heels for child's pose. Take a breath here. All right, lift the hips, curl the toes. We're coming back into downward facing dog. All righty, so our first task is coming forward into plank. Now, you think we're going into side plank, but it's not quite like that. What we're going to do is drop both heels to the left, stack them, but instead of lifting the right hand into side plank, we're going to keep both hands on the mat, and then our lower body is like we're in side plank. So our hip is dropping toward the mat. We're open to the right side, but both hands are on the mat. It's like a plank twist. Breathe here, and then come back into normal central plank, and drop the hips and feet to the other side. Plank twisting to the left. And back to center. Now, we're going to come into normal side plank on the left side. So you can bring your hand up, and if you would like a kickstand, let your left knee come to the mat, and you open up to the right side. Lift the right arm high. Don't let your shoulder and your your neck kind of collapse. You want to be lifting out of the shoulder. You want both arms to feel strong and long. And then back to normal plank. Shift your hips up into downward dog for a rest. Inhale forward into plank, and then come in on the right side, using your right knee as a kickstand if you'd like. Feeling length through the arms. The core is hopefully burning a little bit. And then back to plank. Shift the hips up. Downward facing dog. And then drop the knees to the mat. Come onto your belly, laying on your belly. You can rest your chin on the mat and then bring your arms alongside your body, like so your hands could touch your waist, and then bring them out a little bit to the side, a few inches to either side. Take a few breaths here with your chin resting on the ground. And then lift all your limbs. Lift your hands, lift your feet, lift your thighs even. So imagine that only your hips and your lower torso are touching the ground. You want as much of your body off the ground while keeping the legs and arms straight. But keep the neck long. You're looking down, you're not looking up. You want the neck to be an extension of the spine. You're reaching out with your fingers, you're reaching out with your toes. Your feet and your hands are flexed and strong. And exhale, relax everything down to the mat. Let your left ear come to the mat so you're looking to the side and you're completely relaxed. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let everything go. Now curl your toes underneath. Bring your feet together so your legs are zipped up. And then your arms, hopefully you can see me, your arms are gonna come up in front of you. But I would say, like, imagine if you shot your arms up in front of your shoulders and then you open them wider. Okay, so you're coming up on your fingertips. And you're pushing into the mat with your toes. And this is creating a nice back bend, and you're also trying to keep the shoulders down and away from your ears. Your fingers are spread wide because they're your only contact with the ground from the hands. You're looking just forward in front of your mat. A few more breaths. Your arms are really strong here. They're really engaged. And then exhale, relax everything down to the mat. Arms by your side. Your right ear goes on the mat and you look to the left side. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Relax. So our feet come up behind us. You can imagine where this is going. We reach back with our hands and we grab our feet. And then you shimmy your knees back together. You look down, directly down at your mat, and you start to push the feet into the hands, and then we'll lift your chest a little bit. And just play. You can rock a little bit forwards and back and just see if you do little surges. Can you push the feet into the hands anymore? Keep the knees together. And then relax everything down to the mat, arms by your side. Your left ear comes down. You look to the right again. Exhale through your mouth. Release all tension. Okay, now extend just your left arm out to the side. The palm is down, facing the floor. Like the palm is touching the floor. And then use the fingers of your right hand to push you open onto your left shoulder. So now we're just on our sides. And we're getting a stretch in the left shoulder. Your right arm can relax anywhere it's comfortable. Maybe in front of your chest. It can help hold you up. But basically my left arm, if you're not picturing it correctly, is behind, or it's to the side. And then I'm opening towards the right. I hope I explained that clearly. I'm sorry if I didn't. And then roll back on your belly. Extend the right arm out to the right side, palm down. Use your left hand to roll you onto the right side so you get a stretch in the right shoulder. One thing I could have done was grabbing the top foot, but I didn't think of that on the other side. So next time. Okay, roll back onto your belly. Use your hands to push you back to sit on your heels. And then fold your toes underneath, curl your toes underneath, stretching your toes, making sure you get that pinky toe so it also gets a bit of a stretch, and then sit back on your heels. If you need to release a bit, just shift the weight forward and that takes the pain off of your toes. And then do a little bit side to side. It's probably it's pretty uncomfortable for me. I don't know if it's more uncomfortable for everyone else, but a little side to side. And then we let the toes go and we sit back on the heels. Now the top of our feet are down and we come up. So we shift our weight back and we lift the knees so that we're stretching the top of the feet. And you just see how far back you can come. And a little bit side to side. Woo! It's a very interesting feeling. All right. Shift the feet to one side so they can come out in front of you. Getting ready for forward fold. All right. You can use the strap here if you want, or you can just use your hands. Your choice. I'm going to use the strap. So, hands come up overhead. We inhale, lift towards the ceiling, straighten and lengthen the spine as much as we can, and then we fold forward. So you can let your hands can come to the toes, behind the feet, the ankles, the shins, the knees, wherever they come naturally. And then we play with this stretch by inhaling the chest, looking forward, and exhaling into a deeper fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then we bring, let's see, I'm going to face you. And I'm going to use this blanket here. Okay, so our feet are out in front of us, and then we bring the left foot into the right thigh. So our knee is bent, and then we adjust to sit up tall. Our front foot, the toes are pointing up. The foot is flexed. And you can use the strap here, or you can just use your hands. Inhale, the arms up. And then exhale, fold over the right leg. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, come up, and then so lift the knee, bring it into the chest, and step the foot across the straight leg that's in front. And then hug that knee in, straighten the spine, sort of reach the chest upward, and then we're going to twist. So left hand comes behind us, and right hand comes to push the elbow of the right hand, or elbow of the right arm, into the left knee. So we're twisting to our left. You are twisting to your left. I am mirroring you. Inhale, imagine your top of your head is being pulled towards the ceiling. And then exhale, twist just a little bit more. Slowly come back to center. And then to the other side, just do a little bit of a counter stretch. Fold over to the right. And then extend. Ooh, what's that? The left leg out, and bring the right foot in to the left thigh. Use your hands behind you to get a little bit of length. Straighten the spine. Reach the hands up. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Alrighty, now bring that knee into the chest, cross the foot over the left leg, and we'll twist around to the other side. So, right hand comes behind you, left elbow crosses the right knee, and we twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen, lift the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist just a centimeter more. Inhale, slowly, slowly back to center and over to the other side for a little counter stretch. Just leaning slightly towards the floor. And then bringing both legs in to a simple cross-legged position. And grab your strap if you have one. We did this last week for some of you. But I'll turn around so you can see behind my head. I'm taking the strap in the left hand. I bring the left hand up alongside my head, I bend the elbow, and then the right hand comes opposite, down, and the hands either come together, or I grab the strap, and gives me a nice stretch in the chest and shoulders. Breathe here. One more deep breath. And then slowly release. Both arms out to the side. Pick up your feet and switch so the alternate leg is in front. And then we'll do the other side, the other arm. Right arm comes up, elbow bends. Left arm comes down and up. And we either grab the hands or grab the strap. One more deep breath here, long and slow. And then release. Shake the arms out. Alrighty. We will lay down on our backs now. Almost done. Almost time for relaxation. But first, let's bring our legs down. So we're gonna lay here flat, and then we're gonna lift our butt up just a little bit so we can stick our hands underneath. So the palms are facing the mat, and we're sitting on top of our hands. And then we use our elbows to lift up the chest a little bit. And now the top of the head comes to rest on the mat. So this is a bit of a back bend. It's called fish pose. And we're trying to have our elbows close together, and elbows are propping up our back. and the very top of our head is resting on the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. This is just what fish look like. All right, let the elbows come out to the sides and let the hands come out. Rest here into the mat for just a sec. And then pick up your strap. Lift the left leg up, grab it with your strap. Maybe wrap your hands around the strap a few times and then push the heel away. Straighten the leg and bring your knee towards your head. Lift up just a little bit. If you want to kiss your knee, you can do that. And then let the chest fall back down and just stretch the leg. Now take both lines of the strap in the right hand, cross the leg over the right leg, open the left arm out to the left side, and look towards the left. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Using the strap to keep the foot a few inches off of the ground. And still pulling the toes toward your upper body and pushing away with the heel. Now you can bend your knee to bring it back to center. Grab the strap with the left hand as well, and then switch legs. Put the right foot inside the strap, extend the left leg out on the mat, and we stretch up. Heel pushes towards the ceiling. Toes come toward your head. Lift the chest, give your knee a little kiss. Push the heel away, relax the chest back on the ground. And take both ends of the strap with the left hand, cross the leg over the left leg, extend your right hand out to the right side and look towards the right. Oh. This side is significantly more sensitive than the other side. All right, bend the knee to help it come gently back up and release the strap, let it drop to the ground. Bring both knees into the chest, squeeze your knees, and then take your hands to the outside edges of the feet, and then bringing your knees kind of into your armpits. Move in whatever way feels okay. This is just called happy baby. You can imagine what you're doing. You're just bobbing around, giving your spine a massage. You can go side to side, forward and backwards. Let your head rest on the mat. Release your feet. Release your legs so that your legs are open and your feet are basically at the bottom two corners of the mat. Your arms are a few inches out to the side of your torso. Your eyes are closed. You can feel the head getting heavy. You can feel your chest getting heavy, like your chest is sinking into the ground. Your hips are melting. Your legs feel like lead weights. And then start to wiggle your toes. And bring your legs together, walking your feet in slowly. And then lift your arms back behind your head, stretching your hands and your feet to opposite ends of the room, lifting your lower back a little bit, really stretching in every direction. Spread your toes and your fingers wide. And then roll onto one side. And gently push yourself up with your hands. And then get comfortable. Thanks, you guys. Namaste.
Thank you.